In this video, I'm starting over with nothing on a brand new account and seeing if I could beat FC Mobile in 100 hours or less. To do so, I have to reach FC Champion 3 in head-to-head, but I will have $100 that I could spend on packs to help me achieve this challenging goal. This won't be easy, but I'm up for the challenge, so with that being said, let's get into it. Alright, here we are on the brand new account, and as usual, I'm gonna have to do the kickoff tutorials first before doing anything else on the account. But before we even do that, I just want to show you it's currently 4:10 p.m. on Monday, which means at 8:10 p.m. on Friday is when the challenge will end. With that out of the way, I'm now going to set up the account. Alright, so the account setup is done. I picked Real Madrid as my starting team, Trent Alexander-Arnold as my star player. I claimed the welcome pack, got a gift package, and spent the $100 on 20,000 FC points. But now that things are set up, we could get into building our first starter team, and as you can see, this is the original one that we had, all bronze players, but I'm now going to do an auto build to see where we're at currently. But now that we have our starting team, it's time to go open up some packs in the store. Each day of the challenge, I'm going to be able to use 4,000 of the 20,000 that we have just to make things a little bit more difficult. But with that, we have 4,000 FC points to spend today. And the first pack we're going to open is the Neon 10 pack. This is a new one for 1,500 FC points. Hopefully we could get a good player out of here. All the players from the Neon event are currently in packs. We get Italy, center back. Okay, we're not starting off with anything too crazy. A 104. Still very good, but the rest of the players we got in here are so-so. Next up, I'm going to spend 1,000 FC points on the guaranteed 103 to 107 pack. Once again, a code Neon player, and then we're going to get into some UCL packs. So, who do we get? We get Croatia, striker. I have no clue. From the Bundesliga, but who is it? 103 rated Kramaric. Honestly, he looks pretty good, so he's now going to be our main striker. We now have 1,500 FC points left to spend, so the first thing I'm going to do is open up some of these guaranteed 102 to 107 untradeable UCL players. Who do we get? We get England, okay. Center back. Aston Villa. I can't even think of who that would be. Konza, okay, 105 rated. So we now have a 104 and 105 rated center back. We're really not going to need to upgrade them until we get probably into Legendary 3, 2, or maybe even Legendary 1. But let's get into another 102 to 107. We get a French center attacking mid, okay. I thought if it was left wing, it would have been Barcola. That would have been insane. But instead, we get 102 rated Cabela. But now we have our final pack for today. Out of the FC points we can open, we have a guaranteed 102 to 107 of the code Neon. Can we get someone good on day one? We get... it's either Belgium or Romania. I think it's Belgium. PSV, that's going to be Bakayoko. He actually is very good in game. 115 pace, 114 dribbling, finesse shot trait, 4-star weak foot. Our team's going to look pretty good here with just a few packs we've opened. So we'll put in Bakayoko there at right wing. Already up to a 90 rated team. We're going to put Konza there at left center back. Scalvini is going to be our right center back. Kramaric is going to be our new striker. Smolarek will be our left wing. Ricci will now be our new left center mid. Cabela will be our new center attacking mid. And finally, our new Greek left back is going to be our new left back. That name is way too long for me to pronounce. And actually, we have one other upgrade, and that is 89 rated Alisson in here for Courtois. This is a great start, but we will need a really good team if we want to reach FC Champion 3. Getting to that level takes a ton of effort and skill, so it's going to take time. But during this challenge, I'm going to use everything at my disposal to reach that goal. So I'm going to grind out all the quests every single day. I'm hopefully going to have more quests completed. I'm also going to grind out the live events as well. Code Neon, the UCL event. There's an April Fool's event apparently coming out. We also have a new main event coming out in a couple days. So I'm going to grind out the live events, the Icons Chronicles, and of course also open up a ton of packs during this challenge. So with that being said, my plan for today is to grind out the live events, the quests, and then I'm also going to grind out a handful of head-to-head matches as well. I'm not going to bother showing you guys these matches because they can be quite boring, but this is the team that I'm going to take into these head-to-head matches. We should be able to go 10, 15, 20-0 with this team alone. So with that being said, I'm going to start grinding and I will see you tomorrow for another update. Alright, I am back and it is now 12:39 p.m. on Tuesday, and yesterday I made some pretty good progress. So I'm currently 9-0 in head-to-head. None of the games I've played so far have been too difficult, and today I plan to do a huge team upgrade to help the games become even easier. So this is the current team that I've been using. I actually just changed the formation to this. I was previously using the 4-3-3 formation, but I'm now going to use the 4-1-2-1-2. I used used it in my last challenge video. This formation is very meta, but as you can see, we do have a couple new players in the team that we did not have yesterday. So first off, I played through the Code Neon event and got the base version of the 100 Socrates and the 100 Reece James, both of which have been very good in the team so far. I also claimed all of the For the Club packs, so we have Fede Valverde 90 rated in here now. And of course, we got Casillas as our day 2 login reward. So we've made some great changes to the team, but today I should be able to make a handful of really important and big changes today. So as you can see, we have 17 million coins, a lot of which just by completing quests. Those and playing through the events have given out quite a few coins. We have 24,000 gems, which a lot of which came from completing the advanced FC lesson quests and then being able to claim all the gems for reaching 100 overall. And so with all these gems, we can now go and open up a bunch of packs. We have new packs in the store that are very exciting, but before even that, yesterday I took quite a bit of time looking through what I need to complete, and I'm definitely going to keep grinding out the Code Neon event. I only have a little bit more to do. The Champions League event is not something I'm really going to focus on. The April Fools I might complete. La Liga I will 100% complete, especially since the La Liga Premium Star Pass can be bought for 10,000 gems. And then I'm also going to complete the challenge mode events here to get Mascherano's and gems, do a little bit more Icons Chronicles. I already got a Beckham from it, but all of those events are things I'm going to grind here in this challenge. So we now have 24,000 gems to use and 4,000 FC points. I'm going to open up this guaranteed 105 to 107 tradable icon here, but first I'm going to get into some gem packs. So we have a guaranteed 103 to 107 here for 10,000 gems. Hopefully we could get a 105 to 107, hopefully a team of the year player. Let's see. No, I think max we're going to get is 103 here. Right wing, I believe that's Alawiron, right? I could be wrong. Yes, 103 rated Alawiron. He's actually an insane player. I will likely use him at right striker. So that's actually a great addition to the team. Let's now get into the guaranteed 101 to 107 untradeable Code Neon. We will do this pack, the UCL pack, and probably the La Liga. So we get Mexico, striker. Is it going to be Milano? I have no clue who's a striker at Milan. 104 rated Jimenez. Wow. 115 pace, 113 shooting. That's a very good looking card. I'm going to have to compare it with Alawiron, but either Jimenez or Alawiron are going to be our new striker. Next up, we have another 3,000 gem pack, the guaranteed 101 to 107 UCL player. I'm curious to see what new players we're going to get this week, but who do we get in this one? Wait, striker? Okay, Leverkusen. I can't remember the guy's name, but Schick, I think is how you pronounce it. Nothing crazy, 102 rated. And finally, I'm going to do the same 101 to 107 pack here for the La Liga event. I would love to get Iker Casillas. That would be insane. Who do we get out of here? We get Spain goalkeeper, please. No, left mid. Okay. For a second, it could have been Nico Williams, but instead it's going to be Paulo. So unfortunately, we didn't get anything crazy out of those last couple packs, but we did get Jimenez and Alawiron, two very good players. But with that, let's now get into the guaranteed 105 to 107 Team of the Year icon tradable. So we should be guaranteed a couple 100 million coins here. Regardless, we get French, CDM. Okay, it's either Makalele, I believe, or Petit. 106 rated. He goes for 1.3 billion. That is insane. If we could actually sell him for 1.3 billion, that's going to be a game changer for this challenge. And look at that. He actually sells for 1.3 billion. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use some Mascherano's to rank him up to sell him for even more. But with that, we've just put 4 Mascherano's into Petite. I could go and rank him up even more, spend another 5 and get him up to like 1.7 billion coins. But I'm going to leave it at 1.57. I think that was a good use of 4 Mascherano's. By the way, I've gotten tons of Mascherano's from the events so far, as well as the exchanges. We are stacking them up, which is really important. But with that, Petit has sold, and on day 2, we have 1.43 billion coins to spend on our team. I genuinely can't believe that we have that many coins already. That's insane. But before I go and buy some players for the team, I'm going to open up 2 of these packs here, because once we open up 10, which we will be able to do between today and tomorrow, we will then be guaranteed a 104 to 107 tradable UCL player. So the final 1,000 FC points for today are going to be spent on 2 packs. We did not get a walkout, unfortunately, but that's okay. Tomorrow we will be guaranteed the 104 to 107. So now that I have 1.43 billion coins to spend, I could go out and buy some crazy players right now, but I'm actually going to take my time tonight to really think about what positions I really need to strengthen. So I'm not going to go and buy anybody crazy yet, but I will buy 2 relatively cheap players that play way beyond their overall and stats, and that's going to be Hullet and R9. So right away, red ranked R9 has been purchased for 90.4 million. That is an absolute steal. His card is broken, even though it's been over a year since that card was released, and I'm going to wait for Hullet to be purchased. Hopefully I could get him for 108 million, but with that, I'm going to put in R9 at left striker. Kramaric was really good, but R9 ranked up with his skill points and everything will be just insane. And then I'm going to put Jimenez there at right striker, just because he's a little bit more physical than Alawiron, despite being a little bit slower. And now that I've trained up R9 to level 17 and used his skill points, you can see he has 138 pace, 120 shooting, 129 dribbling. He's got the speed dribbler trait, finesse shot trait, outside the foot shot trait, 5-star weak foot. He's just insane. Now, in order to reach FC Champion 3, I'm going to have to get a better player that has like 150 plus pace, but until then, R9 will be perfect. And while I was training up R9, luckily I was able to buy Hullet for 108 million. He's going to go in there for Bellingham, and this is now our new team, 101 rated. I'm really excited to try out this team in game. I think it's going to be insane. I'm really excited to try out this team in game. I think it's going to be absolutely insane, but just like I did yesterday, tonight I'm going to grind out the live events as well as more head-to-head matches. And my goal for tomorrow is to be in World Class 2 or World Class 1. Now, something I didn't mention yesterday is the Division Rival season is ending in 35 hours, so I will be dropped down 1 division at some point when reset happens, which will suck, but it's fine. If I could get to Legendary 3 or 2 before then, that would be amazing. But as I said, I want to be at World Class 2 or World Class 1 by tomorrow's update. So once again, I'm going to get into the grind today, and I will see you tomorrow for another update. Hopefully this team will play really well. So with that being said, I will see you tomorrow. Alright, I'm back, and it is now 1:57 p.m. on Wednesday, and yesterday I made great progress. So I'm a little bit behind on the head-to-head progress, but I currently have 22 wins, 1 loss, and I believe 1 draw. Today, I will for sure get to World Class 2, hopefully World Class 1, and if I can get to Legendary 3, I will. That's my goal, but as you can see, I only have 10 hours to do that, so we will see. As for the team that I've been using, this is the current squad. I added some new players into the team. Of course, we have Rodri, who I picked up for fairly cheap. I also got the 102 version of Socrates from the Code Neon event. The event is actually really good. If I had more time to play it, I would get more rewards, but it is what it is. And then finally, the main upgrade was getting Dalglish. Now, we did spend a lot of money on him, but his stats are insane. He also has a 5-star weak foot, great pace, great shooting, great dribbling. And so far, the trio of Socrates, R9, and Dalglish up top have been lethal. They are just insane in game. R9 and Dalglish are quick, have lethal finishing, and Socrates is an insane center attacking mid for his height. He has incredible pace, smooth dribbling, and he's got the 5-star weak foot, making him just an absolute baller. So I'm really happy with how the team has set up so far. I just remembered I also got Tim Howard here in the daily pack. I got really lucky with that. But as I was saying, the team is working really well, and today I'm looking to make even more upgrades to it so that I could definitely reach World Class 1 and hopefully Legendary 3 by the end of the day today and before the Division Rival reset. So I do have a few things that I need to do today that will help us upgrade the team. First, we have the guaranteed 101 to 107 Code Neon pack from the league. I forgot to do this before. We get Italy. I was going to say, if it's center attacking mid, that would be insane. But no, we got Ricci, so he's not going to be very helpful. The next thing to do is to claim a player from the Code Neon event. As you can see, I have 300 shards, and that is from playing through the main chapters here, where you get shards at the very end, completing the rewards over here, which is also where I got the Socrates, and then finally putting in all the extra players that I had. So in total, we have 300 shards, and there's a handful of players we could get. Pickford was one that I was really looking at because his stats are insane, and it's important to have a very good keeper, especially the higher levels you get in the game. But after some thinking, I realized I should go for a player that will help our back line, and that's going to be Bellanova. He has blistering pace, great defense, defending, great physical, and most importantly, he has medium-high work rate. So I'm going to go for him. He does have a 3-star weak foot, but it is what it is. He's a defender. We are going to pick him up. And like I said, I had to choose between him and Pickford. There were some attackers, but I'm not going to bother with those. The reason why I went for Bellanova, though, is because oftentimes in this challenge, reaching FC Champion 3, my fullbacks play a bigger role in me succeeding than my goalkeeper. Having a good goalkeeper is important, but having fullbacks that can clamp down on people like Nico Williams, Mbappe, Vinny Jr., having someone like that is going to be so crucial. So we're now going to put him into the team. The event, the Code Neon event, ends today, so that's going to be the last thing we could do with the event. But this is now how the team is looking. Let's now get into the store to open up our packs, get our guaranteed 104 to 107 tradable player, and see if we could get someone worth a lot of coins so that we could go and buy more upgrades. So we're getting into 8 of these packs. We do get a player, which is good. We get Portugal, okay. Striker from Paris. Why? Oh, it's Ramos, right? Yes, 104 rated Ramos. He actually might be quite a few coins. 337 million coins. That is amazing considering all we were guaranteed was like 76 up to a 107. So we likely made about 350 million coins from those 8 packs, which is nuts. But now it's time to get into the tradable guaranteed 104 to 107. Ideally, we would get someone like Rodrigo, Barcola, Araujo, someone like that, because they will sell for a lot of coins. Who are we going to get out of here? Can it be Uruguay? Can it be Brazil? Can it be French? We have glitched. Wait. Left back. Okay, Aston Villa. I can't remember his name, but I believe he's 104. Yeah, 104 rated Madsen. He does go for 700 million coins, but he's not going to be like a 5 billion coin player like the other guys. But I can't complain. I will make sure to sell him and Ramos here in a second. That's about 1 billion coins that we've made today from those packs, which is amazing. The next thing to do is to open up our guaranteed 101 to 107 untradeable packs from the different events. Here is the code Neon. Can we get like Kvaratskhelia, someone crazy? No. It's going to be Striker. It's going to be Hardy, 101 rated. I've packed him a lot of times, not worth it. Let's now move on to the UCL pack, and this is going to be the last pack for today. I will get a lot more gems today as well from different challenge mode events that I will complete. But who do we get here? It could be someone good. Is it going to be Giancarlo? Yes. It's going to be... Oh, wait. No, Jota. What rating is Jota, though? 101 rated, not bad. His card is decent if you're like a starting player, but he won't make it into the team. Okay, so I've listed the players that I packed today on the market. We have Giancarlo Ramos that has sold. I did rank up Madsen as well to see if he could sell for more, and I decided to try to sell Dalglish. Now, it's actually been like 10-15 minutes since I've listed these guys. I'm hoping they will sell sometime soon or will sell, period. But once they sell, we should have about 1.5 to 2 billion coins to spend on a new striker since I just sold off Dalglish, and the players I'm looking at are Pele, Fernando Torres, and Owen. Out of the 3, I've only ever used Pele, but I would like to try at least one of these 3. I think would be cool for the challenge. Plus, they're some of the best strikers in the game, and they should make the team a lot better. Any leftover coins I have, I will then try to buy a new center mid to replace Fede Valverde, and then leave things pretty much at that, because so far the team has felt very good. But with that being said, I'm now going to wait for these players to sell, pick up one of the strikers, which I will share with you who I picked up tomorrow, and then get into the head-to-head grind, as well as playing some of the live events today, especially stuff like the challenge mode to get more gems, Masheranos, and rewards. So with that being said, I'm going to start the grind, and hopefully by tomorrow, even with the drop in 1 division, I will be at least World Class 2 or World Class 1. Alright, I am back, and it is now 2:36 p.m. on Thursday, and yesterday I made some decent progress. I'm currently in World Class 1. I did want to get to Legendary 3, but I will have a ton of time tonight to grind out the game, so I should be able to get into Legendary 2, hopefully Legendary 1 by tonight, so that tomorrow I could have all day to reach FC Champion 3. That is the goal. We will see how it goes, but recently I've been using this team. I have made some changes, made some new additions. I'm currently rocking the 4-1-2-1-2 wide formation. The narrow was working really well, but when I came up against better opponents, I found it was a bit harder to defend, and my midfielders weren't fast enough to carry the ball forward, so instead I'm going with the two wingers that are a lot faster. We have Mbappe and Alawiran. Of course, I picked up Mbappe off the market. He is insane. And of course, as you could also see as well, we have 109 rated Ballon d'Or Owen. I was able to pick him up after selling Matson or Malin, I can't remember the guy's name, but we sold him off. We had about 2 billion coins to spend, and I went for a ranked up Owen. Now you might be wondering why I went for Owen. It's for two main reasons. First is pace. He has 162 pace with not as much training, which is insane. And then the other thing is he has a cool trait, which is tries to beat the offside trap. So many times when he's offside, when I go to play a ball to him, he actually comes back onside quickly, and it allows me to play a lot of balls over the top in behind the defense. He's able to score insane goals. So he has been incredible so far. His pace is blistering. He feels even faster than 162 pace or whatever he had. R9 is good as well, but I do need to train him up a little bit more. Socrates has been amazing. The entire backline has been perfect. I have no complaints with them. Mbappe and Alawiran are great as well. So as a whole, the team is performing really well. I'm happy with it, but of course, we could always make more additions and more upgrades. I currently have 350 million coins that I could spend, but we do have 4,000 FC points we could use on packs today. And we have a new event out. The event is called Pitch Beats. Interesting one, but as you can see, there's some crazy players in here. Pirlo, Nesta, Zidane, Barnes. So let's open up this pack here, guaranteeing us a 104 to 107. We did get some players here out of the tradable version, a tradable pack, but let's get into it. 104 to 107. If we could get someone crazy like Zidane for center attacking mid, that would be insane. We get England, center attacking mid, Tottenham, it's going to be Madison, right? It's got to be 105 rated Madison. Now the question is, will he be better than Socrates? Honestly, those traits are crazy. Those stats are really good, and he has a 4-star weak foot. I will definitely try him out, but there will be no guarantee he will make it into the team, but that is a great way to start off this new event. 105 rated Madison. The next packs I'm going to go for are the guaranteed 103 to 107 of the Pitch Beats event. We might as well get some of these new players. A lot of them look really good. So who do we get here? We get England again. Center mid this time from West Ham. I don't know who the West Ham center mid would be. Ward-Prowse. Okay. We aren't using a center mid position anyway, so it doesn't matter. Let's get into another one. Can we get, I don't know if there's any good CDMs in this event. If there is, I would love to get one. We get England again, okay. Right back this time from Everton. Is it going to be better than our current 105? 103 rated Young. Ashley Young is decent, but he won't be better than the current right back that we have. Next, I'm going to go in for the untradeable 3000 gem pack. We have the guaranteed 102 to 107, so they've now upped it. Usually it's 101 to 107, but we get 102. Center mid, Zidane. Okay, that is a crazy troll. That is a crazy troll. EA always finds ways to add in trolls in their events. You could get the 107 Zidane, but instead we got Sissoko. But to finish off our packs for today, I'm going to open up the two tradable 100 to 107 packs here. Hopefully we could get some good players that sell for a lot so that we could go and buy upgrades for the team. So we get Spain, center back from, I can't even think of who, 102 rated Albiol. Because he's new, he's going for 40 million, which isn't bad, and in total this pack will likely get us 45 million, but ideally we're looking for someone who goes for hundreds of millions or billions. So who do we get? Pack number 2, we get Portugal, left mid from Celtic. It's not going to be anybody crazy, but how much are they going to go for? Jota, he's going to go for 39 million, and then we also get a 10 million coin player. So once these two guys sell, we should be able to make about 100 million coins from all of the packs that we opened up today, which is decent. And now we have potentially our new center attacking mid in Madison. But with that, this is now going to be our new team. I might make a few changes with the about 450 million coins that I will have here later on today, but so far the team has played so well. I'm so happy with it, and like I said, my goal for today is to be able to end the day off in at least Legendary 2. It's going to be one heck of a grind. World Class 2 was already a little bit challenging. I think I had 1 or 2 losses on my way here to World Class 1, but hopefully things will be relatively smooth going forward and we can actually hit FC Champion in this video. So that's the goal. Of course, besides grinding head to head, I will spend a little bit of time here on the live events. There's not much much to do in pitch beats. The one thing I will make sure to do though is complete the Bobby Charlton, because I remember using one of his old cards. It was insane. So I'm going to try him out. I will try him and Madison out and see who's the best center attacking mid out of the 3 that we will have. But aside from that, I'm just going to grind today and hopefully we can make a ton of progress. So with that being said, I'm going to get into the head-to-head grind and I will see you tomorrow for another update. Alright, I'm back and it is now 1:21 p.m. on Friday, so we have just under 7 hours left in the challenge, and so far I'm in Legendary 2. Now I was hoping to be in like Legendary 1 by this time, but yesterday was quite the grind. As you can see, I'm at 44 wins just to get to this point. I've probably played about 55 or so games. Because of the season reset, the players I'm coming up against are usually a division or 2 higher than they are right now, so the opponents have been very good, but I gotta say, I've really enjoyed using the team I have right now. This is what it's looking like. I have trained up a couple people. That's pretty much the only changes I've made. The only new player that I have is Mendy. He's been incredible. But aside from that, the team is the same. And I gotta say, the combination of Mbappe, Alawairon, Socrates, Owen, and R9 are insane. R9 is an incredible finisher. Socrates, although he feels a little bit clunky, has great passing, shooting, dribbling. Mbappe is a pace demon. And Michael Owen, oh my, I'm so glad that I bought him. He is broken. His pace, dribbling, agility, all of that is next level. So I'm glad that I picked him up. I'm glad with the team that I have. But of course, we still have 4,000 FC points to spend and some gems. Plus, I also have some rewards to claim here in the Division Rivals section for reaching higher levels in Division Rivals. And I have some extra time picks to do. So why don't we start off with the extra time picks? I've been putting in players into the exchanges over the past couple days. We have a total of 34,000 extra time picks to use. Unfortunately, I can't go for the 40k one, but I can go for the 10,000 one. So if we could get a 104 to 107 player, that would be amazing. If not, someone good that's tradable. Okay, unfortunately, we got a 101 tradable. Not the worst, but also not the best. We're now going to do the rest of these picks. I think we could do all 5 of them. Hopefully, we could get someone good. We get 90 rated Carlos Puyol as number 1. Who do we get here at a number 2? Is it going to be anybody decent? I would love to get, we get another 2,000 market picks, but that's not really going to help us, so we're going to go with Paulo Futre. What about pick number 3? I know it's a long shot that we get anybody good out of here, but might as well try it. We got Steven Gerrard. We could get all the way up to a 107 tradable. If we do that, that would be insane. Who do we get here? Mind you, we still have 347 million coins to spend if I want to, but the team has been so good that I haven't bothered getting any other upgrades. With that though, finally, the last one, we get a 94 rated Sule, not too bad. But unfortunately, out of the market picks, we did not get anybody crazy. So with that, let's now move on to the Division Rival rewards. We have 3 untradeable players to claim and then also some Mascherano. So we got a guaranteed 99 to 107. We get 99 rated McCarthy. Not quite what we wanted. Who do we get out of here though? Another 99 to 107. Could we get a walkout in one of these? Yes, we do. We get a walkout. Okay. Who's going to be? If it could be Zidane, that would be insane. We get England, center mid, Brighton. I think we already packed this guy. He's like a 100. Yeah, 101. We actually did not get Milner. We got someone else. But 101 Milner is who we got. And then we have a 100 to 107 guaranteed. We also have more Mascherano's to get. I'm going to rank up the players that we currently have. Wait, center mid. Center mid. No. Goalkeeper, LA. It's going to be Lloris, right? 101 rated Lloris. He might actually be quite a bit better though than Tim Howard, but for now I'm going to leave Tim Howard in net. So I'm going to claim the Mascherano's that we get here. We get 2 of them there. The fact that they added this into the game I think is amazing. You get Mascherano's and players the higher the level you reach in Division Rivals. And with those Mascherano's, I'm definitely going to rank up Socrates to maybe red rank. Definitely rank up Alawairon as well. Maybe even Tim Howard. Maybe our defenders as well. They are a bit slow when I'm coming up against non-stop level 30 training Bales, CR7s, like Grincha, everybody. I definitely need some faster defenders. But with that out of the way, let's now get into this Carnival pack, guaranteed 105 to 107 tradable. If we get someone big, we could really upgrade the team. We get Argentina. It's going to be left back. It's not going to be anybody crazy. I assume it's 105 though, right? Yeah, 105 rated Acuna. He goes for 1.2 billion though. And we get my boy Arda Güler. If he sells, that's actually a huge pull because it means we're going to have about 1.5 billion to spend going forward. That would be insane. But let's now move on to the next pack. We have the guaranteed 102 to 107 untradeable of the pitch beats player. Can we get Zidane? No, we get England, center mid, West Ham. This is the guy that we got last time. I can't remember who it was. Ward-Prowse, 103. We now have a guaranteed 101 to 107 UCL pack to open. Untradeable, of course. Can we get like Rodrigo, someone like that? We get Portugal. It's going to be strikers is Jota. Yeah, it's going to be Jota once again. So to finish off, I'm just going to open up 7 of these unlimited bundle A's here. We have 100 FC points after this, but can we get someone like Zizou out of here? That would be insane. Wait, striker? Is Holland in this event? No, Sorloth. Okay, interesting. 104 rated Sorloth. That's actually very good. I didn't realize he had a card in this event. I'm now going to open up... Wow, okay. We got Xavi out of there. Out of one 100 FC point pack, guaranteed 76 to 107, we got 90 Xavi. So I've just added Sorloth to the team. I'm going to have him in there. Maybe if I ever want to put him in for R9, it's not likely, but the more important thing I need to do now is sell off Acuna. He does go for 1.19 billion. That's crazy. There you go. He is sold for 1 billion, which means we have 1.4 billion coins to spend on upgrades. And to be honest, I don't even know where to upgrade. Okay, so I've been thinking about how to spend my coins for quite some time now, and I thought about selling Owen, buying a new striker like Mbappe, or a bigger Team of the Year player, something like that. I also thought about potentially getting a center attacking mid, Del Piero, Kaká, Verts, maybe a new goalkeeper like Martinez, but I ended up getting one player that I think really might help me out, especially with these higher divisions, and that is 109 rated Rodri. The reason why I didn't go for a new attacker is because I think my attack is actually pretty good. All I have to do is train them up a little bit more. I think Socrates, despite being a bit clunky, is actually really good in game. Owen has been lights out. I mean, he feels just as good as like Team of the Year Mbappe. Maybe not quite as good as Ballon d'Or R9, but Cruyff, guys like that, he is that good. This version of R9 has carried me so far, so I'm going to keep rocking with them. And then Mbappe and Alawiron I think are really good as well. And so at the end of the day, the one position I thought I was really lacking in was a good CDM, and his base stats are quite a bit better than the ranked up and trained up version that I had of him already. So that's going to be my only upgrade for now. I will rank up other players as well, but for now, this is what the team's going to look like when I run the gauntlet to try to reach FC Champion today. I'm sure I could do a lot of other things to make the team better, but I'm happy with this. So with that being said, I don't have all the time between now and 8 p.m. to get this challenge done, but I'm going to do the best with the time I have, so I'm going to get into the grind, and I'll see you later for another update. Hopefully by then we will be in Legendary 1. Okay, I'm back, and it is now 6:23 p.m. on Friday, so we have under 2 hours left in the challenge, and as you can see, I am not doing that great here in Legendary 2. I was able to get up to 841,000 cups, but as you can see, I've been losing my past few games, and things are getting really tough. I gotta say, the teams and quality of players I'm playing against right now are next level. Of course, because most of them are likely Legendary 1 or FC Champion 3 players, so things definitely aren't easy right now. Pretty much the only player that's been able to keep up with my opponent's teams is Michael Owen. Of course, because he has the pace and agility that the other players have, but aside from that, the team is just not quite equipped for this challenge. So, as you can see, I've played a total of 80 games in the past 2 days, so I'm getting a bit worn out, but because it's currently 6:25 p.m. I have to win every single game now if I want to have a chance at reaching FC Champion 3. So, as always, it's time to run the gauntlet to see if we could actually hit it, and this is going to be the first team I face. We have, okay, Ginola, Torres, and Cruyff, gold rank, level 30 training. Like, every team I've faced in the past 20 or 30 games has looked like this. Let's see if we could somehow pull out a win. All right, R9 is here. Little skill move. Oh, almost got away with it, but this time we do. R9 is on the ball. They're going to pull the keeper. No, I'm going to sweat it to Owen. Finish it. 1-0 in the 12th minute. I'm shocked we were able to hit that counter. Socrates over there, back to Owen, back to R9, back off to Owen. Can he finish off the goal? If not, can we get the rebound? We should be able to. Yes, 2-0 in the 18th minute. No. Okay, that's the kind of stuff that I've been dealing with for 20 or 30 games by now. No. There's no shot. What even happened there? Good defending. Back to Mbappe, off to Owen. Can I get the skill move right this time? Yes, I can. Owen should be away. He's fast enough. Okay, they are chasing me down like crazy. Into the box. Can we get the ball or the shot off? Yes, we can. R9 scores in the 87th minute. That should secure the win. Owen is away again somehow. That should be, yep, 4th goal. And that's the end of the match. We won 4-2. Let's see if we could keep the streak going. All right, here is my next opponent's okay. Okay, Garincha, Nico Williams, and R9. Let's just see what we can do. That's crazy, though. Oh, no, this is dangerous. This is dangerous. Good. No. Don't be... Okay. Got lucky. Rodri, center, R9, turn him. Get the shot off. There you go. 1-1. Owen on the ball. Too good. No, I meant to lay that off to R9. All the way up to R9. There you go. And 2-1. And that's the end of the match. We somehow won again. Let's get into the next one. All right, this is my next opponent's team. A little bit more manageable. Hopefully we could win this match. Got so lucky there with Owen. Finesse shots. That should be a goal. Yes. 1-0 in the 37th minute. All right, I might be a bit cooked here. I wasn't really... Yep, okay. What's happened? Okay, well, unfortunately, I ended up losing that match 2-1. Funny, out of the 3 matches, the opponent that had the worst team and I actually thought was a easier player to play against happened to be the one that beat me. So in the end, I was only able to reach a max of 841,000 cups. I unfortunately could not complete the challenge of reaching FC Champion 3. To be fair, it is pretty hard, especially with a weekly reset, but I gave it my best effort. I built what I think is a very, very good team, and I definitely wouldn't have been able to get this far without the $100 that I spent. In the end, this team was a ton of fun to use. I hope you guys enjoyed the challenge. If you did, please drop a like. If you're new, subscribe. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.